Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First play, Watson to the air. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Browns at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
First carry for Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 4th down, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. It's now be a gain of 15 on 4th. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Carry here for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Huntley to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. To throw, Huntley. quick slant, Dotson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Second and goal from the 1. Robinson again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's got it to about the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Chubb going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Second down and goal. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. The York on now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's Huntley. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley over the middle. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing again is Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Watson now to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked. Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
York able to send this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, Huntley. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Watson. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Faking the give. Now Watson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
York able to send this one through. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the line. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half of their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Touchdown, Washington! Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Watson looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Watson. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. To throw is Watson. And he fires one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10 to throw, Huntley. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Huntley to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Off the play fake. Huntley rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Huntley under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Martin Emerson coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. 2nd down and 3. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And that will be incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Here's Huntley. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. In motion left goes a tight end. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.